What's up, Whoopers? It's Vice here. And if you didn't know already, I've been splitting time between YouTube and Twitch. So if you haven't already, please follow me on the Twitch channel. I'll link it in the description below. I'm streaming there a little bit more than YouTube these days because it's been doing pretty well. Anyhow, enough of that. We're going to talk about Torterra here today. The deck off to my left, your right. And it's a deck that's been around since Brilliant Stars. It didn't really have the right cards to shine early on. And I thought that I had the right sort of recipe together pre-rotation. The post-rotation version of this deck does look very familiar. It does look the same. I'm going to go through it now. And look, if you enjoy seeing decks like this one here, just consider following me, subscribing to me, what have you. And let's go. So this is Torterra. And if you didn't know what Torterra does, let's go through it real quick. It's a stage 2 Pokemon. And its attack, EvoPress, says 50 times. This attack does 50 damage for each of your evolution Pokemon in play. Very compelling attack. Very, very compelling value to be seen in a card that only gives up one prize. And if you do the math, could do up to 300 damage with a full board. Could do even more if you have the right cards in your deck. However, I'm going to posit to you now that the selling point of this deck is not EvoPress. Okay, EvoPress is very strong, but you shouldn't be trying to max out the damage with it. And I'll tell you why. Because this is a stage 2 deck, it's very hard to attack every single turn with it. Because, you know, a Pokemon that doesn't have just a million HP gets knocked out in one hit these days, right? So you can go for the big EvoPress for 50 times your evolution Pokemon in play once, but can you do it twice? Can you do it 3 times? It starts getting really difficult to set them up turn after turn after turn, especially the Pokemon that needs more than one attachment to attack, right? It's not a single energy attachment, you need 2. And so the way that I facilitate attacking multiple times with the Torterra is not to lean into the EvoPress. I actually focus a lot on the very high HP total and access to a few very interesting tools in the format that make use of that high HP total to threaten not a one-hit KO, but threaten your opponent with not being able to one-hit KO it. And so let's go through a few things that work with the Torterra to make that happen. First of all, and perhaps foremost, you got this Kricketune here. So by way of being a stage 1 Pokemon, it helps facilitate the EvoPress attack. But importantly, Swelling Tune says your grass Pokemon in play, except any Kricketune, get plus 40 HP. And you can't have more than one Swelling Tune in play at a time. So, you know, you can't go like plus 80 or plus 120 HP because that would be OP. So Swelling Tune extends your HP from 190 to 230. And then you've got a few other tricks up your sleeve. You've got Pot Helmet here. It makes your Pokemon that don't have a rule box take 30 less damage from attacks. So your 230 HP Pokemon is now taking 30 less. So let's call that 260 effective HP. And then you've got V-Guard Energy, which reduces damage from V Pokemon by a further 30. So that 260 effective HP goes up to 290. You think about that. The hardest hitting V Pokemon, I guess, in format at the moment is probably Giratina V-Star. That caps out at 280. So if you got V-Guard plus the Pot Helmet plus the Swelling Tune, I'm just saying, you could be fending off some Pokemon that are particularly used to being able to one-hit KO you. And so the way my philosophy of this deck is every extra turn you can earn with the deck is golden because it gives you another turn to set up. You get another turn to attach, another turn to evolve. You know, if you want to be able to hit for max damage with EvoPress, I mean, realistically, the only way you're going to pull it off, unless you run the Gengar that can bring itself from the discard pile, which I've chosen not to in my list, but you certainly could. The only way you're going to achieve that with Torterra is to survive a turn as a Torterra. So I believe that this is the best way to play it. And I'll just go through a few more of the choice inclusions here. You've got Jirachi here. So Entrusted Wishes, really good for the deck in order to help you set up in the early game if your opponent isn't able to sort of maneuver their way around it. And I think it has been somewhat of a trend to see less and less like boss's orders type cards in format. So it can work. It's very good if it does work, if your opponent just doesn't quite have the goods in hand to get around it. You got 3/3 Bibarel here, quite healthy because you're not using draw supporters as much in this deck, so having access to industrial incisors is quite important. And because there's no more evolution incense, simply running more Bibarel seems to be the way to go. You got a couple of Miriam in here. Of course, every time you suffer a knockout, you need to try and recover those Pokemon. Miriam is the way that you do that. And a really important aspect of this deck is the Raihan. So we run it at the full 4. And the reason for that is because this deck is a little bit of a combo deck. So Raihan's ability to search for any card in your deck is very powerful. Doesn't matter what card game you play, it's very good. And then just being able to accelerate the energy. So that's how you get the second energy attachment in a lot of spots where you might not have it. Now, one of the other cards that really helps facilitate the flow of energy in the deck, if you like, is this EXP share. So on any turn that one of your Torterras get knocked out and EXP share is in play, then the EXP share activates, the energy comes across, and then ideally that is the turn where you're allowed to use Miriam over here, because you should already have an energy in play because of the EXP share. So on that turn, you attach another energy, play the Miriam, get your Pokemon back, and then you continue to chain Raihan for the rest of the game. You got 4 research here, which is important at the beginning of the game. And I've got a couple of Bruno here. A bit of a... I'm not 100% sold on Bruno in the list. Maybe you could cut this for Serena. There's an idea. So maybe you cut that for Serena. And then I'm just running a package of item search. You got 4 Level Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, which is great with Bibarel to color your hand. And you've got 4 Great Ball here as well. This is a deck that has a lot of Pokemon in it. Let's just have a look. 22 Pokemon. Generally, if you've got a really high Pokemon count like that, a card like Great Ball is excellent. Definitely look towards that. A couple of Rescue Carrier in case the early game gets a bit hairy and you lose, like, say, a couple of Turtwig or something like that. And look, that's around about what this deck is like at the moment. So, and you've got the 1 Rare Candy here, just in case you can combo with the Raihan, which you'll more often than not appreciate having access to the candy in the list. So, look, I got a game coming up. If you enjoy decks that are a little bit more off the beaten path than usual, consider subscribing, follow me on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and have a good day. Cheers. All right, let's run it. We'll run it into ranked. Let's see if Torterra is going to win me some ranked points or not. I see a Mew coin, and I'm thinking it's Mew VMAX. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So Mew can be an interesting matchup because they do have the tools to knock out a Torterra in one hit, but how many times can they do that? They can do it once? Can they do it twice? I don't know. The double turbo doesn't help them either. Very wishful thinking. Yeah, that's right. That's right. So that's why. And the only way realistically, the only way you're realistically going for the one-hit KO and like building a board with 6 fully or evolved Pokemon in play. The only way you're gonna do it is you got to survive a turn with Torterra anyway. So you need to duck out. Oh, thanks for hanging out, Ghost. Send us off with your favorite sound alert. Send us off. Maybe you got a new favorite one in there. All right, so not Mew VMAX. It's looking like Gardevoir, Very curious matchup. It just works. Good old Todd Howard, right? Todd Howard. All right. Start with the Great Ball. And we'll take Kricketot. Get in here, mate. All right, Kricketot down. All right, energy down. Jirachi to the active. Let's go Level Ball. We'll take Turtwig. That's cool. All right, Turtwig. Might even just go second Bidoof. We might just go... I feel like this will be good. I feel like this is a good idea. We really just wanted a second Turtwig in play. I don't necessarily want 2 Bidoof, but it's fine. And then we'll go end turn. And so this is a pretty good setup, right? And we pulled this off without VIP pass. Mind you, we did use research, but yeah. Yeah, pretty good. So let's see. Turn 2 from the opponent. And, you know, the thing is, like, both of these decks are like, they're like trains, right? Trains take a bit of time to get up to speed. And what happens when these two collide? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. Jeff. I'm doing all right. We got a nice little party going on in here. We got 15 people watching. Welcome back to the stream, Jeff. What's new? You been playing Pokemon cards lately? You been trying anything? Anything new? Yeah, Juicenator is telling us about how they're a recent new player. We're trying to learn the game a bit better, I should say. Not necessarily new, but I'm flattered to think that you'd spend your time here of all places to learn how to play the game, but or to improve. But I will do my best to make good on that. Now, there is a real world opportunity here where I just one-shot this Gardevoir. Look at this. So what happens is they Psychic Embrace 3 times. But we've got 5 Pokemon in play that can all evolve next turn if we sort of get everything just right. Right? So we need Candy. We need Candy double Bibarel. I feel like Candy double Bibarel is what I need here, right? Because this could be a huge turn for us. Candy double Bibarel. I think that works. Ultra Ball gets the Turtwig. Sorry, the Grotle. I think this works. Definitely new. Well, you picked a good time to start playing because Scarlet and Violet has been an absolute breath of fresh air. And it's all thanks to this deck. For me, personally. All right. This is going to be a big turn. It's going to be a big turn. We go Bibarel. Then Bibarel again. V-Guard. Raihan. We've got the Grass Energy from before. I think I'll grab Grotle here. Because we already have Torterra in the hand, right? So go Rare Candy, Torterra. Grotle. And we can... This is a really good turn. Sundrenched Shell gets us Kricketune. Let's just shore it up. Make sure that it will happen this turn. We will get the KO. And we're just going to draw 1 for now within sizes. It's not really what I wanted to see. I think... I really want a Turtwig this turn. We're going to have to get rid of the V-Guard energy, and that's fine. That's fine. And we'll draw up within sizes number 2. And we're in really good shape. Evo Press, 1-hit KO, should be. There you go. Big old 1-2 right from the get-go. Second Raihan for the hand. We're in good shape. We're in really good shape. Standing up to the scary strength of the Gardevoir deck. We do pose a bit of a problem for this deck because we have very tall HP. Hey, it's Rema. How you going? Jeff, the rogue player. That's what I like to read. That's why I like to say it. All right, Judge looking to slow us down a little bit. Them committing the Curlier over here suggests to me that they won't, unless it was a Curlier before, they won't be able to evolve perhaps. Yes, on Twitch. I'm going to do a bit of a talk about it later, but I think that from here onwards, it's going to be good for the growth of the channel and the brand if I continue streaming on Twitch for the majority. I still want to do YouTube live streams. I don't want to leave the YouTube viewers in the lurch, but it just things seem to be going really well here on Twitch. So I want to try and ride the momentum a little bit and you know, do my thing over here just as I would otherwise. Now, will they have enough energy? That's 210. Yeah, I think they've got it. But if they don't bench a routes here... Alright, well. We got a secret weapon. Alright, we got a secret weapon. We're going to use Raihan again. Oh,
my kingdom hearts.
Rema.
Ruined.
Thank you so much.
No. I'll have to start all over again.
All right, we got no more V-Guards in the deck. I kind of just want to chain the Raihans, right? Have a Raihan ready to go. Thank you so much. All right, so we're going to do that. Go Sun Drench. So we can chain these together a little bit. We go Grotle for the Turtwig. And then this one will search for the Torterra. All right, so Sun Drench. Please enjoy your emotes, which you might be familiar with. They're the same ones as over on YouTube, except I'm allowed to have a lot more here on Twitch. And I can even make the emotes free for followers, which is awesome. I'm really glad that I can have them just be available. A Great Ball. It would have been really good to hit a Turtwig here. I don't even know if I've got Turtwigs left. I'll just grab Grotle for now. Do I have any... Yeah, I should still have access to one more. EXP share is quite good. It gives us a breathing room to go for the Miriam in the middle of the game. Dang. Would have been really good. But 250 damage, nothing to sneeze at. We need to try and hit Miriam next turn, so... it's going to be really important for us to survive a turn somewhere. Ideally, this would be the turn. Genuine question, what does it take to get invited to Worlds? So each like sort of region of the world, I'll give you the abridged version, Juice. Each region of the world has like a different number of points required. And to wind it back even further, at official Pokemon events, of which they're like league challenges, league cups, regionals, international championships, special events, and certain other events, they award championship points. And if you earn, wow, they didn't attack. That's fantastic for us. Yes. Yes, we won. So to finish that real quick. if you do well in those events, you'll earn points. So like, you know, the winner will get the most amount of points, and then it sort of like goes down the line until, you know, there's sort of like a cutoff where you have to place it at a certain level in order to earn points. Each region of the world, based on like a lot of different factors, dictates how many points you need to qualify. And yeah, once you qualify, you can go off and play in the World Championships. So that's like the really abridged version. There's a lot more to it, obviously. Every quarter, they sort of cut off like how many events count towards your points earnings. So, for example, in like the span of 3 months, it's not like I could go to 10 league challenges and earn 150 points. What Pokemon does is every quarter of the season, they'll say, all right, all of the events that you compete in between here and here, you take your, say, best 2 finishes at this type of event, and those are the points that you're allowed to contribute towards your earnings. And part of the reason for that is that Pokemon award like travel awards and stipends to people who do really well to go to big events. So that's the reason why. And yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff too. I'm not like there's people that can get into the real details of it. The basic thing is you play in official Pokemon tournaments. They'll be called league challenges or cups or regionals or internationals, even worlds. They'll have championship points, and those are what you have to earn to qualify for the World Championships. Yeah, so anyhow, that was Torterra. So if you enjoy cool Pokemon decks that are cool, hit subscribe on YouTube, hit follow here on Twitch, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.